out, people. You are just, you have an honorary doctorate. That's amazing.
I do, yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't feel right in a way. But
you've earned it.
I don't know if I did earn it, Kelly, but you know, I'll take it. It's nice because it's my dad was a real, actual medical doctor, and he got his doctorate from the same university. So it's quite a cool honor to like pick that up. Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool. Like you and the whole family got to go and celebrate that. That's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. How are your kiddos? Good?
Crazy.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I got
great.
2 of my own. You just had 2 birthdays though, out of your 3 kids, like 2 in one weekend.
Yeah. So
that's
last weekend we had our 8-year-old turning 8, and her birthday party was on the Saturday. There they are.
Aww.
That's a couple of years ago now. And then our youngest turned 5, and we had a Saturday birthday and a Sunday birthday.
Oh no.
And my wife and I kept going, don't worry, next week we'll be in New York without the kids.
Oh my God, that's what you have to have a light at the end of the tunnel. Because throwing birthdays, that's a big thing. And those kids, it's like chaos.
It's a lot, it's a lot.
Yeah, I can't imagine doing 2. I would have maybe made them do a joint.
I know, well, I was thinking, because they're 3 years apart.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea of maybe by the time, like 18th, 21st joint thing maybe by then.
Yeah, it's just,
that's a long way. I mean, I'm really thinking
ahead. You think ahead. Yeah, you're a planner.
I don't want to wish away their youth, but like, I'm sort of excited about that.
Well, speaking of that picture, I love that picture because one of them's got a guitar. Is one of them learning guitar?
That was a phase that lasted sort of, 4 or 5 days, probably.
What artist did she see that she was like, this is who I'm gonna...
I don't know, but I tell you what's nice about seeing that, we sort of know the girls from Haim a bit, and like went to their concert and stuff recently, and that's 3 sisters, and they're like incredible. So,
I saw them open for Florence and the Machine. They're great.
They're incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. So they were a bit inspired by them. We showed them lots of videos of Haim, and but you know what it's like, the phases and the thing. They're all learning piano at the moment, actually. My wife's a film composer, so we have a lot of instruments around the house and in her studio at the house and everything. So, but the guitar thing didn't last.
Didn't last long, yeah. She found out, she was like, this hurts.
Yes,
never mind.
I know.
Yeah.
This is hard and it hurts, so no.
I know. I like started playing, and I was like, why am I doing this? I'm around like musicians I'm never gonna live up to. Like, why even hold this? It's like, why am I doing this? Your daughters are now into Backstreet Boys, which I find funny because that's a different generation.
I know.
Yeah.
They started singing like I Want It That Way, like all of them started singing it. It came on the radio. And like we just turned around and all 3 of them are like coming in the exact right moment. I honestly don't even know how they know that song.
Okay, because I'm like, it is funny though, streaming now, like with movies, TV, music, everything's like almost got another life, and like the youngsters think that is new.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like, no.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, and NSYNC because of the latest Trolls movie.
Oh, my kids love Trolls.
So they're into that too. Yeah,
it's like the coolest thing I've done to my kids is be a part of the Trolls franchise.
Yeah, but I had a tiny part in the second,
I did too.
Second one. Yeah.
Me too.
You got a much bigger part, Kelly, than me.
Oh, no, Delta Dawn or whatever, but it was just for like scenes, and then I was gone. Yeah.
They probably wanted you to be in it. I literally forced Universal to do it. I literally like called Donna Langley, who runs Universal, and I was like, hey,
no, it's a fun thing to be a part of.
In that film. My kids were obsessed with the first one. I said, I don't care if I walk on and sneeze. I just need to be in that picture.
Yeah.
So
it is funny. It doesn't matter what you do, how many awards you win, what you think that you're like, this is incredible. Trolls, that's it. It was like,
It's good though.
And my song in it is called Born to Die, and they love it. Born to Die?
At least
kids are messed up. Yeah, I was like, that's a real weird one to love, but let's lean in. Yeah. But you spent time here in New York City. We were saying as you walked in, you were like, you're in New York now, and I love it here. And you spent a lot of time here, right?
Yeah, like in my whole 20s, I was modeling, and so a lot of it was here. I spent a lot of time here, and I haven't been here in 2.5.
My 20s, I was modeling here too. I was just, they were like, will you present my product?
That is 20 years ago. I mean, it's a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it here. But I haven't been here in 2.5 years because of the strike and everything, so I haven't been able to promote.
And then before that, it was like COVID Central, so it's like, yeah, you probably hadn't been hanging out here in a while. But did you have any favorite, like, I love the food here because there's so many options.
I love food anywhere, but
me
I do
too.
love food here.
Yeah, me too, yeah. I hear that you like spice.
I'm getting better. I sort of didn't in my, it took me, I was late to the party with spice.
I feel like that's me too.
Yeah, I struggled with it. Like, even like a sort of, the mildly spicy thing. I couldn't have done it in my teens or my 20s. And in my 30s, then I sort of
Became a man.
I took it on
with some
board. And
spice.
now, yeah, became pretty much, yeah. In many ways, I did. And then in my 40s now, yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me too. I love spicy. And we're only going to get it for, I think we're like exactly the same age, like days apart. So we're only going to get it for so much longer till our body starts fighting back.
Rejecting it?
Yeah. So we should enjoy it while we can.
They say, particularly of men, that men's our taste buds
like
die a lot quicker than women. So that's why the older men get, the more they like extreme flavors, like desserts, and you get in like cigars and whiskeys and all this stuff that has very strong taste.
Yeah.
Because as men, our taste buds are dying much quicker.
That's just sad.
Quite sad, isn't it? It is.
Yeah. That aren't caught up, like what's happening now?
So in the first series, my character has a he's in Australia, has a bad accident. Someone sort of runs him off the road. He wakes up in hospital, no memory of who he is, why he's in Australia. And they try to piece together his backstory and try to get answers. And then, so we leave it on a bit of a strange, like, will we see more of the tourist or not at the end of season 1? So we did season 2. And what brings them back to Ireland, where he's from, to try to find some answers back there about his past. And they realize that there's a lot of pretty shady stuff in his past, and a lot of people sort of want to kill him, like these people who are like chasing him.
Yeah, they didn't look like friends. Yeah,
they weren't friends.
Yeah, it didn't look like friendly fire.
No.
Was it awesome to shoot in Dublin?
Yeah, it was amazing because I'm only from 2 hours up the road, so I got to go see my family who are still in Ireland at the weekends, and I'd fly back and forth to my family who are in London. So when I'm in a job like that, like it's easier for me to be there by myself and just get back to my family, and then when they have
because usually when y'all shoot, you're not close to home, right?
No, exactly. Like Australia, the first years of Australia, my family came. I was 5 months in Australia, so they came the whole time. Get the kids into school there, like a big adventure. But the older they get, it's harder to do those adventures, you know, because then the exams become a bit more serious, and you sort of need to keep them settled. So, but yeah, it was a great time. Working with an Irish crew is like my happy place, so it was good.
Yeah, it felt like home. I bet.
Yeah, big time.
So I heard that you like to mess with your co-star Danielle. Like prank.
She's just an easy
target.
Because she's Well, she was. I love this girl so much. Like she's one of my favorite humans. But she, we're in this like everyone's talking about how haunted this sort of old house.
Like where you're shooting.
Yeah, and we were rehearsing the scene, and we're in this like stairwell. There's sort of like grime on the walls, like greasy. I don't know if it was set decoration or it was like real grime.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were doing a scene and they called action on the rehearsal, and Danielle was going out in front of me, so I just stayed behind and I just like wrote her name on the wall, so that when we came back from the rehearsal, it looked like someone had written their name on the wall. And then I wrote Danielle will die. So I did Danielle first, and then we did another rehearsal.
I said we were going to bring it up, and then you start talking about death, and the next time I was like, wait, what?
Anyway, like I was keeping tabs on it, like I was making sure she wasn't actually getting freaked out.
Yeah.
I think she knew it was me from the start, but we had a bit of fun. I don't think it's lasting damage.
Would you? Then it done like a haunted house thing, like a real. Have you ever done that experience? Just in case, I feel like there's a lot of castles.
I'd like to. I'd like to. I'm filming something up in Scotland soon, and there's loads of castles up there.
I love Scotland.
We have a show in the UK called The Traders. We love it, and I'd love to do like a Traders themed weekend with a group of friends. If that's a thing, I don't know if that's a thing.
Do you get scared of stuff like that, or no?
No, I'm not a scared.
Oh, okay.
Scaredy kind of person, really.
I'm not like I think in real life I would go to like, and I've been to like many castles.
Yes.
It's definitely just like a vibe, but just the dampness alone and how it was built back in the day. Yeah, it's just like that alone kind of freaks you out. But I heard that you filmed, was it like a psych hospital? Is that?
Yeah, in Vancouver. I used to work in Vancouver a lot. I did like back-to-back jobs all shot in Vancouver. And there's it's a former psychiatric hospital that I think everything I've ever shot in Vancouver, we've done some time in this hospital, and it was it had a real vibe, I have to say. And I'm not a scared person, but everyone was like sort of daring each other to walk along this corridor in the basement.
Yeah. And
there's no lights, and it was freaky. And I was like, I'm fine. I can handle this. I think I took like 4 steps, and I felt this like sort of icy wind sort of cross my face.
Yeah.
I ran, like I actually ran.
Squealed.
That was bad.
Oh, I want that footage.
No.